Hello, my friend Will here, and welcome back to Pips and Gains weekly trading forecast and analyst video. In this video, we're going to go over what to expect in the FX markets in the week ahead, going to potential setups and see where the markets are heading this week. So before we get started and into the analyst, if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed yet, simply hit the subscribe button now to show some support. So let's get into the actual video. I'm going to hide my face here. I'm going to head over to TradingView. Okay, so you can actually follow me on TradingView. Okay, it is the FX Ace, starting to build a bit of a following there. I'm posting regular trade setups. One I've just posted today, a potential setup on the Australian dollar CAD. I will do another video on that. So stay tuned for that. So let's get into the analyst. First thing we want to do is kind of take a look at the US dollar index. Okay, it is one of the USDX. This is from last week. If you watched last week's analyst video, okay, we haven't really moved much. Look at the weekly charts. And if you're new to the channel, I like to look at the higher time frame charts just for better idea of direction, and use the lower time frames for entries and exits. Okay, so you can see we are starting to build a bit of a triangle formation here. Okay, so basically, again, I am still bearish in this. I would expect this to break down this week. Maybe if you look at the lower time frames, the daily chart, possible move up. Again, last week I said we expect a move down to 101. That didn't happen. We didn't get much movement. What's likely to happen? Come up this test this area here, the daily charts, and then move that. So we're going to test up, and then a move down. For some reason. Sorry, I forgot my mouse pad with me. I'm traveling around Vietnam this week. So, okay, so that's what I'm liking to see happen here. Move up towards maybe 103,500 and then a drop down. Alternatively, this could just break straight down. But again, for long-term bullish, this week you'd want to close above this line and it's bearish, close below this line. Short-term this week, move up to maybe around 103. The 103 area, and then a move down towards 101. So we could be bearish early this week, and towards the end of the week, a bearish move down if it moves up to that area. EURUSD, and we got the move up to 110 last week, and we got the reaction at that level. If we look at the weekly charts, last week I was bullish on this. I wanted to see it go up. This week, see last week we got the reaction at this weekly area here. Short-term reaction this week. Possibly a move down towards 108 and then a rally up. So maybe a drop early this week and then a rally up. Okay, so I would look, if I'm looking to buy this, I'd wanted to see it drop a little bit further. Possibly could use a fib line of this leg up here. And again, in between that 51 and 60, this is kind of a sweet spot toward in around 108, like I said, would be a good area to buy this week. The pound, I done a video on this last week that I was expecting it to come down into the breakout area from 2 weeks ago when we had that huge breakout move. And as you can see, last week didn't go as far as I wanted it to, down into the mid 126. We did get the reaction at the previous high, previous resistance, now support. Market looks like it is coming back down into this area. So again, I would be looking to see this drop. Just because of this bullish action here, I'd only be looking to buy this pair, and I would want it to see it again this week drop towards the 126 area and then buy in there early in midweek. That's what I'm looking for in the British pound. What I want to discuss now is the yen pairs. Some news came out this morning regarding comments made in the Bank of Japan's last meeting 2 weeks ago. Some members were calling for a yield curve change, and there was comments regarding inflation, that they expect inflation to stay above their 2% target for quite some time. They've been saying quite staunchly for a while now that they expect the drop from September, mid of this year. Now that seems to have changed. So it does look like we are going to see them start raising rates very soon and move away from quantitative easing. So that is going to cause bullish moves in the yen. USD yen, we'll take a quick look at a few of the yen pairs here to finish the video, because these are the ones that I'm looking to short this week. I've already shorted some of them. British pound, JPY mainly, and Swiss franc, Japanese yen. So if we look at the weekly charts here, what I want to do is just draw the Fibonacci on the weekly charts here. And we're coming into this sweet area between the 61 and the 78. This is always a nice area for a retracement. And this it was a big move down on the weekly charts. And we have this very large institutional candle here. So this could be a liquidity candle and for good area to start shorting the market, especially with this news coming out that fundamentally we could be in for a change. There is a lot of verbal intervention happening today also on the USD yen. Looking at the daily charts, you can see we're approaching the start of this, which is this huge big weekly candle down. We're approaching the start of that, and that is around the 145 area. We could get the rally up to 145. I'm not sure if that will happen. It may happen, but it would be a good area to look to sell. Round above, look for sell signals above 144. Next one is the British pound JPY. Okay, this is starting to drop. This pair has been making some moves. I have been short on this for a few weeks now, and we're looking at this. Zoom out to the monthly chart. Just delete these. Coming up to, we've hit this area here. We did get a rally up this morning towards 183, and it failed pretty quickly at this area. Okay, this was the start of this supply/sale zone. We're very overextended in this pair. This is a great setup to start to look to sell. It's already happening today. Extremely overbought. It's more or less moved from 158 to 183 without any considerable retracement. Weekly charts, everything's on a reversal here. Target for this pair. Once this drops, once the dragon starts to drop, it drops. Weekly charts, we could target this support area here, which was the breakout area of this high. I'm not sure if it will go down that far that quickly, but we never know with this pair that's over 1,000 pips. It won't happen this week. Expect to see this kind of price action to happen. I suspect this is the last high on this pair. And as it comes down, it will get a slight bounce here at 180, and then it will drop down. I suspect a move towards 178 would be a good area for this, just around about this area. If we get to the Pathfinder, okay, down into here, then a slight bounce up towards 180 again. If we get the pivot next month, this could happen, and this pair could drop very, very rapidly. So just watch out. I'll be looking to sell this pair this week. I've already sold it at 182,800. It's one of my trades this week. It's started pretty well this week so far, up 100 pips. And 4-hour charts, yeah, down towards this area here would be a sweet spot for this. So this is what we could see happen this week. See price action on these lower 4-hour charts, very, very choppy. And last week we did have a surprise 0.5 interest rate in the UK, which you would have expected this pair to just rocket off. It did not. It's more or less stayed around the same area last week. It did create a new high on Friday and again this morning, but again that's fizzling out, and we can see that with the candles here. So expect this to plummet down this week. Last but not least is the Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Now this one is hard to see. It just keeps on pumping new highs as it has again this morning. So yep, just to be careful of this, but we are extremely overextended on this pair. It's made all-time highs. This was at here at 188,500. If we look at the 12-month charts, we can see that this monthly candle is just popping up over this. So we are coming towards the end of the month, coming into the summer. So we could see one last high push on this today, and then next couple of days, and this should sell off this week. So I would be selling this around any time now. We are very, very overextended. I will be waiting for a sell signal on my TRFX indicator, which is available now on TradingView for anyone to use. If I can get a signal between the 12-hour and 4-hour charts on this, I'll be looking to sell this pair. It is starting to rally up there. It's popping new highs again today. It is insane, the moves across these yen pairs, but again, I do expect this to start to change very soon. Okay, so that is it, my friend. That's the trades I'm looking for this week, the most profit potential across those assets. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, show your support, and I shall see you on the next video. Have a great week. Will here over Pips and Gains channel.